many people had to stand up in front of the group? Or at least have our eyes on you? Everyone. How many of you got to make a choice? Albeit it wasn't an infinite choice. Everyone. Everyone got some choice in what they were going to do. What did you base your choice on? How short the poem was? How much fun you could have with it. So that poem was actually, it was a blog post. It wasn't actually a poem. So this could be done with a variety of texts. It could be done with a passage out of a textbook. It could be done with a newspaper article. It could be done with a number of different kinds of things. It doesn't have to be poetry. What issues were raised in the poems as you listened to them? What were some of the issues?
Thematically speaking.
Mm-hmm.
Our poem by Hughes, I think there was a racial tension going on.
Definitely. And do you know Langston Hughes? So his poetry came out of probably the 60s and 70s, out of racial tension in the United States. He's an American poet. So you can expect that when you hear his poetry. He's anthologized quite a lot, so you'll run across it when you work with anthologies of poetry in high school groups. So it's not a surprise then when you see his name that he would be talking about racial tension and injustice. What about other poems? What issues came up in your other poems?
Mortality.
Mortality. Is that of interest to adolescents in high school?
Yes.
Would it have been a good choice for high school group?
Yes.
Definitely. So mortality was an issue in this group as well. Do kids like to talk about death? Absolutely. It's an important issue for adolescents, and not in a frivolous kind of way. It's a very important issue. And as you start to think about, what does draw them, pay attention to some of the themes that are of importance to them. What other issues?
We have war and sort of lifelong injury,
Okay.
which I think you could draw a lot of parallels between like car accidents and different accidents that happen. I know that at my high school there was at least one fatality every year in a car accident.
Or war. There's still war going on all around the world that Canadians are just as connected to as anybody else in the world. So, you don't even have to extrapolate it to something else, but you could as well. Good point. Other issues?
Ours kind of brings up environmental issues, pollution,
Okay. Other issues?
Comparatively, ours was actually a pretty happy poem, but it's like joy and seclusion in nature, like enjoying the
Mm-hmm. So as you were preparing your poetry, what did you do? So maybe just think in your small group for a minute, go back. What did you do to prepare? We talked